Pony Island was a game I usually associated with Markiplier when he uploaded a Let's Play with the title I'm a firing my laser. And honestly, I just thought of it as a little pony game at first, until I really started to delve deep into the layered storyline of this game. And no, this game isn't published by didnt Games like my last few uploads. You know, I am switching it up here, guys. This game was published and developed by Daniel Mullins back in 2016. Yes, I know I cover old games, okay, leave me be. This game sucks, not in the way that it actually sucks and it's a boring game, but throughout the game you have to code, even at the start, just to play the damn thing. Your cute little pony protagonist is stuck in limbo and you're forced to play Satan's stupid video game that he probably made in Scratch. After completing the first level that is full of glitches and infinite level ups just like GTA 5 Online, the game crashes and you find yourself in front of a computer screen with a chat box open. You start chatting with someone called Hopeless Soul and he helps you along the way to free yourself from this limbo. He states that he and many other souls, as well as your own, are trapped and forced to play Satan's game. To escape, you have to delete 3 core files, and no, you can't just delete core files from the actual game just to escape Satan's glitchy hell. I have tried, I wanted to escape. You have to delete them from the computer you find yourself on at the moment, within the game. Before we can get any more answers from Hopeless Soul, Satan forces our mouse towards the Pony Island application, and once again, we are playing Pony Island. It was easy last time to finish the levels because there was no real challenge, you just had to jump over these weird little white poles and get to the end. This time, however, devil heads surround you and there's no way to stop it, until you use your big brain to go into the settings and find the pony lasers, which Satan tries to stop you from activating. In the settings, you can also find a devil chat box, which you can ask several questions like who was I, when did I die, and who killed me. You have to give them a password first before you can even answer these questions, and the answers to these questions I'll come on to later. After acquiring the lasers and finally killing those devil heads that have been killing you for ages, because you have a little monkey brain so you couldn't figure out how to get the lasers without a 10-minute YouTube tutorial teaching you how to get it with like 4 mid-roll ads, the devil calls you a cheater and rips off the head of the pony. How sad. This all becomes too much for the computer to handle and so it breaks. The end. Just kidding. Our good old friend Hopeless Soul starts to talk to us and opens a portal to a core file. To delete this core file, we have to defeat Azazel by, yes, you guessed it, coding to unlock the barrier around the file, which Azazel tries to ruin our attempts. I'm probably also butchering that name, but oh well. Before defeating him, he tells us that our prophet is false and that we are being deceived. I'm sure that means nothing though, and so we defeat him and the computer reboots. We chat to Hopeless Soul, who talks to us about how much of a silly goose Azazel is, and gives us a bunch of passwords, one being the password to his user profile. He says that to delete the second core file, we have to go back into Pony Island with brand new adventure mode. Wow, this is just like that game Cuphead or something. I don't know what funny thing I could say here. Once again, you get to the end of this adventure mode, and you come to a dead end, and Satan says you have to wait a few days for it to be unlocked, but luckily you're a master at hacking things thanks to your free YouTube hacking course, and you managed to code yourself some wings to bypass this dead end. Once again, you talk to the demon, which I will get onto in due course. Once you play a few levels until you reach Satan's Keep, which, once again, is locked. God, this game is more bugged out than the game I Am Jesus pre-release, where you literally had to go into the game files to access the next level because they hadn't really coded it well enough for you to continue. You wander in what seems to be an infinite space, but luckily for you, you just come across a snowman-looking figure who leads you down a particular key story developing part, and we see Satan's coding notes, which he's using to try and make the game better, but Honestly, I don't think anything will make this indie jam looking ass game better. The figure leads us back to the menu screen and towards a portal that you once again have to code to go on to the next world. This world is very underdeveloped, and Satan tells you not to look, but we look anyway, because we don't listen to anyone, including the devil. We return to Satan's Keep because there's no other levels to complete in this world, and so you go straight into fighting Satan, the final boss. Thankfully, Hopeless Soul saves you from fighting Satan because you are just a level 1 gangster, and you once again go through a portal to the final core file. This time you have to fight Beelzebub, and once he is defeated, Satan tries to use his level 100 speech to try and convince you to not delete the core file.
We'll either be very, very successful quickly, or we're going to be very, very successful in a different way quickly.
Because of course we don't want to play this godforsaken game, so we delete it anyway. Hopeless Soul zaps Satan in the face, but before you can really do anything, such as, deleting the actual core file, a gas starts coming out of the computer which sends you to sleep. Ah, peace. You wake up and there's a helmet next to you which signifies that in a past life, you were once Solaire from Dark Souls. You go onto the computer and start playing the more family-friendly PG Pony Island that will allow your YouTube channel to be monetizer-friendly. The demon faces are replaced with butterflies that tickle you and you have to blow them away. And Satan is presumably replaced by Louis, who guides you throughout the game. Because this is coded by Satan, however, the goalpost breaks to the old Pony Island style and Louis sends us to a puzzle break to distract us from Satan fixing this issue. As you continue, there's more glitches than I have money to sustain me in uni right now, and the Eye of Anubis watches you throughout this. You even kill Jesus. Well done everyone. You killed Jesus. I hope you're proud of yourself. Once the game is all patched up and it once again starts glitching because of course Satan can't program, and Louis tells you to leave because you've already played all the fun levels. Yeah, right. But instead of leaving, your intrusive thoughts win and you fire your fat laser at him, which opens another portal. It brings you back to Hopeless Soul's login. To open another portal, you have to play more Pony Island versions like First Person, and even Pony Island that is entirely just text boxes. Real fun stuff here, Satan. You delve into the portal and you meet Asmodeus, who wants to play a little game with you. You have to keep your eyes on him, and he even tricks you into thinking that one of your stream friends is messaging you, which is funny because I have no friends, so obviously I didn't fall for this trick while playing it. Finally, you defeat him and delete the core file, forcing the computer to restart in recovery mode. Hopeless Soul tells you to complete a system dump, and you have to run away and defeat Satan. Christianity is going to have a real fit over what you've done. First you kill Jesus, now Satan. What are they meant to worship and fear now? You finally escape this hell with all of these lost souls, and the credits roll. Hopeless Soul tells us to uninstall the game for him to be free too. If you don't, then he's still trapped. But should you free him? Remember all those questions you asked that demon guy? Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you the answers to those now if you haven't already clicked off the video to look them up. And I'm going to tell you some of the significance of the demon names. We are getting fancy up in this bitch. When you ask who was I to the demon, he replies that your name was Theodore and you left behind a mother and daughter. When you ask when did I die, he says 1252 years after Christ was born in the waning summer sun. Bit odd and deep there. When you ask who killed me, he answers with Abu al-Kindi, who fought for his city. You can also ask where did I die, which he answers with at the foot of Jerusalem's wall, far from your home. A lot of biblical references in this game, huh? Asking how did I get here gets you the lovely answer of your soul is damned. All damned souls come here before moving on. The password for the demon you ask the questions to is Baphomet, which is originally associated with an idol that the Knights Templar was said to have worshipped. So maybe you were a Knight Templar in your past life. And these clues all lead to hinting that you were actually in the 7th Crusade, which was a real-life battle Oh my god, games referencing real life events? Oh my god! Well, actually, you wouldn't really, I don't think. The answers don't really add up. But what's the deal with Hopeless Soul? Who are they? Why are they helping us? If you collect all of the pony tickets within the game, you get a super secret ending after the credits roll, where Hopeless Soul doesn't seem too happy that you spent time to collect all of these tickets rather than set him and the other souls free. He acknowledges that you want utter completion because you are a trophy hunter for every single game. You must have 100% completion on all of your Steam games or you will die unhappy and have nothing to show for yourself. The true final boss is Hopeless Soul, who throws devil heads at you and souls. Once you defeat him, he asks you again to delete the game, but if you go into the game's files and change the value to 0 even though it tells you not to, and boot the game up again, you receive a message from Satan. You're tampering with the game and he tells you a secret that he talks in other voices. Was he Hopeless Soul all along? Hopeless Soul's insistence to keep the plot going seems to indicate that Hopeless Soul was the devil all along. The demon Azazel, who tells you that the prophet is fake, is actually based on an actual demon who gives humans forbidden knowledge. That knowledge in this aspect being that Hopeless Soul is the devil. This game actually blew my mind playing it. The biblical references throughout and the plot is really good. For a 3-hour game with quite a minimal plot line, I'm not surprised that this game did well. There's nothing really I can fault with this game. It did the job it was supposed to do, which was confusing a 14, nearly 15-year-old me for 3 hours to leave my mum in peace instead of annoying her. The game has a good bit of lore to it, and honestly I didn't find out about the secret ending until about 2 years ago, where a let's play of the game showed up. Pony Island, of course, doesn't have a lot of replayability, but that's okay because not a lot of short games like this do. And Daniel Mullins actually has other games as well that I haven't played, but they look cool, so I might dabble in them. Anyway, sorry for being away for a while, guys. I was home for Christmas, so I didn't have my PC to record videos, but now I'm back, even though I should probably be revising for an exam that I have, but you know, I'm sure I'll pass. I'm sure I'll pass this year of uni and I totally won't fail and cry. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. It wasn't as long as I usually make these sort of videos, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, stay safe and peace out.